So, Heather's doing better with all of her medical stuff?
Yes.
That poor thing for a while there.
Ugh, one after the other. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nope. Got her diabetes under control and everything, so
Good for
she's
her.
doing good. Had some surgery. Got that taken care of. Feeling tense. Not even the same person.
Yeah, good for her.
And then Shane had to have all his wisdom teeth out, and
Yeah.
that took a month of healing. It was horrible. Three solid weeks of hell.
You know, some people just have a horrible time with them, and others
Well, his was the bone
fly
density.
right through it.
His bone was really dense. Lots of bone density. Cut some of this off. Are you ready? Here we go.
So we've started the wedding plans.
Wedding
For my
plans.
daughter,
Oh, good.
finally, after they bought the house, bought the vehicle, bought the house, had 2 babies. Now they're ready to.
Now they'll get married.
Now they're gonna get married. So that's a start. And I wanted to ask you about doing a, like a wedding party thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I usually don't deal with bridezillas anymore.
No?
Yeah, usually kind of nice. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But it would depend. How many people? What are you thinking? Tell me what you're thinking first.
Just Amanda and her 3, the maid of honor and the 2 bridesmaids.
So 4 girls.
Yeah. I think that's, I don't
How old is
see-
everybody?
Let's see. Amanda, Caroline, and Milan are 22-ish, right in that.
Mm-hmm.
And Jennifer is Jennifer's gonna be mid-30s.
And what are you thinking to do?
I'm thinking just makeup and hair.
But what kind of makeup and what kind of hair?
You
you got a wedding time, you got 4 people to do, and then you got to get them there on time and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Amanda, she didn't say what she was, actually Caroline asked her what she thought about how she wanted the girls' hair. Amanda wants hers up in kind of an upsweep to the side kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine just something, not too fancy on the 3 girls.
Mm-hmm.
So
This wedding on a weekend, on a weekday?
it's on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
It is on a Sunday.
Where is it?
It's going to be at the Bayshore Clubhouse.
So over in Bayshore.
Yeah. It's actually, she got a little bit of a deal on the cost of the clubhouse, so it was kind of...
Would you like banks again? I mean, my God.
I was thinking maybe,
Yeah, after 7 months. Hell, what the hell? Live on the wild side. Get your hair done and cut all in one day, and Jesus.
Mackenzie will think I'm a new person.
Yeah, no one will recognize you. Look at that. Oh, woo, 7 months off. Us Alaskans, we don't even care. We got our sweats and our jeans on. It's 12 below, 30 below. Hair's in a ponytail. Skin's all dried out.
I know.
Car blows up on the way to the grocery store, which is only around the corner.
You know.
Freezing to death.
I got in a wreck in December.
Oh no.
Actually, it was a double whammy because
Ouch.
they considered it. They wrote it up as 2 accidents, but the first one, the guy hit another guy. Then he bounced over into me, and kind of swung my car around. And then the guy coming from the other direction. I'm sitting there trying to, kind of get my wits about me from the first one, and then somebody plows into the side and T-bones me.
Oh my God. How's your neck?
Actually, it wasn't. It was good. I was very surprised.
You got a chiropractor you go to?
I don't. I need one though.
You need to go see my little Dr. Jesse. Go see him out at Mulholland Chiropractic.
Mulholland?
Yes.
Yes, good?
Very good. He's treating me. They're very good out there. Don't play around. Because let me tell you what, I have a totally trashed back. Got all discovered in. I knew I had some issues sneaking in, but I was blaming it on exercising, walking, and standing and working too much, and trying to get off my big fat gut. And turns out that I have no curve in my spine. I have spinal stenosis in my neck. I have bone spurs. I have disc degeneration.
Oh shit!
I'm torqued over to the left, and on, and trying to get me unwound. And my foot, the radial nerve in my back from the bone spurs in my thoracic region, are hitting the nerve, and it made my foot rotate over and in like this.
Oh wow!
So I was tiptoeing and limping, and I'm like, ah, damn it, there I am, geriatric at 41. I want my early bird discount, and you kids get up at 5 of you sleep in all goddamn day long, you young people. Get off my fucking lawn, Yep. What is it? It's noon? I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap. I'm exhausted. My God, need a little sleep, Yeah, arthritis, you name it, I'm all jacked up.
Yeah.
But he found it all, was totally honest about it, and working on it. And make you start exercising and everything, doing some Pilates and some yoga and some moving around. But I can tell by your neck going in the bowl, your neck's not fine. It's not laying around. Right in here. Yeah. What is this?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, no. You need to go.
And I know that...
My feet are finally starting to match up after 2 months.
Yeah.
Instead of being like this. I'm slowly... He says, you're unwinding. I said, if you only knew how wound up I really used to be. So, seriously.
Okay.
So,
I've
that's
been
your health.
looking for one. I will. I'll call him and...
Yeah, and my doctor's name is Jesse Foster, so go see him. They're up on Abbott Road, across from the Credit Union 1 and everything over there.
Okay.
But back to the wedding group of people. My suggestion would be they need to make up their mind what they want. When's the wedding?
July 22nd.
Yeah, they've got plenty of time. Make up their mind what the hell they want.
Yeah.
Get some ideas. And then if the bride wants to come and play one day, to come in and kind of look and see, but start going through magazines and looking at hairdos now.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to kind of get an idea and then create from there than it is to walk in on that day and have her go, that's not what I want! And they don't know what they want until it's already been done. And then when they see it, they realize what they don't want.
Yeah.
Even if they said it to you. But until they actually see it on their head, see it styled, see it done, then they're like, oh shit, that's not what... Yeah, I don't want that. And it doesn't matter, you could have curled it all down day long and made her look like Goldilocks. And she said she wanted that.
Still wasn't.
But when she sees it on her head, so rehearsal is important. Like if you don't rehearse the bride's hairdo, you're stupid.
Okay.
Because it's all about her. The little bridesmaid, hell with them. They can all do hot rollers. And then go from there. And then if she does, like some brides, they're so controlling, like all their little maids of honor have to be, blah, blah, blah. However that goes. But if there's going to be a look for the maids of honor, or if the maids of honor hair, each one of them have to have the hair styled.
Yeah.
Then make sure that everybody's got kind of an idea again, so that they're not all whining and screaming, because most of them get pissed off the day isn't about them anyway.
Yeah.
When it's my turn to get married. Well, it isn't. Shut up. You know?
Yeah.
You go over there, time out, sit down. You, who are you? Bridezilla's mom? Yeah, okay, Bridezilla's mom. Here's a stun gun, or here's some, eat the Valium, drink a cocktail, and lay down and shut up. Let us do it, you know?
You give me that.
Yeah, just shut up.
Don't even wait for me to say anything.
Yeah, just eat your Valium and go. Because you know how you'll be on that day. Oh, God. And then it's all, my baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And then it'll be like, sons of bitches, I told him not to get married in the first place, you know. Just kind of how the whole thing rolls.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know.
Some people, they have the dream wedding and it goes off without a problem at all.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know too many of those people.
She's not overly, going for a huge, the big deal kind of thing. She wants to look nice. She definitely doesn't want the girls to outshine her, so she's
exactly.
And she's letting them pick the dresses, as long as the one gal tends to think she needs to show the world her cleavage, and
sure.
It's like, I don't want her cleavage.
It's a wedding,
showing.
not tits and ass party.
Exactly. So she's doing that, and then she just wants to make sure that she's the number one.
Exactly. So that's my point.
And
in all the years of working, back when I was younger, I was far more professional. So, it was all about catering to the client.
Yeah.
Until you're getting taken advantage of and treated like shit on Bridezilla Day because they're all, then it's your fault anyway, you did my hair, ruined my wedding, blah, blah, blah. It's like, and then you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
And there's always some satellite family member that would have done it differently. And I take all that stuff personally, and I'm like, how does this have anything to do with hair and makeup?
Yeah.
I have licensed hair and makeup already discussed with bride. You out, or we fighting?
That would be Patty.
Yeah.
That would be Patty.
Yeah, it's just like, cannot deal with it.
Let her stay, you can hit her.
You're on camera! But anyhow, I just laugh because as long as it's, I think key element though would be, first thing is to have bride get idea.
Yeah.
And the bride's idea, no one else's, or if you and her or whatever, or her and her bridesmaid, but it's got to come from the bride, so she's okay with that. And then sit down and do a rehearsal. And just say, look, bring in magazine clippings, pictures, email pictures, whatever. There's so many ways to get a picture nowadays.
Something.
Get an idea of what's in her head, because my blonde, your blonde, and her blonde are all different shades. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So her hairstyle, whatever everybody's updo means to them, and then look at it and see if we can go from there, and then design it or do whatever it takes.
Okay.
And then that way because it's about the bride, so that makes her happy, and then we're all on the same page. And then if it's something that needs to be done that day at the clubhouse-y thing, I am not opposed on days like that to go over and hang out. Okay. Usually I charge $50 a head. Okay. For that kind of stuff, just because, I don't know, it's fun. I have people that charge $100 a head. I just think it's stupid. Oops. Okay. And go over and have a little place and make them have all their makeup, bring it all, makeup applicators, and touch them all up, clean them up. But my rules are the bride's always first. If the other girls, they can put their own makeup on and they can style their own hair, the bride's got to be done.
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
And whatever time the weddings are, so some people they have morning weddings, some people have afternoon, some people evening, whatever. Yeah. You got to give yourself time to get bride first, so she's getting in her dress and she's getting ready, and then you can mess with the other ones. Other girls. Sometimes if you have a group of people that come work with you, me, I don't know. Nowadays I don't do a lot of that. I usually do bride and the bridesmaid, and go from there. Yeah. And the other girls, make them do their own hair. But if you get other people to go and help out, then that's easier because then you can focus on the bride and getting her and her maid of honor together, and the other people can do the other ones. I did a great big Greek wedding years ago where I was part of 5 people that had gotten called in all individually, unaware of each other. And that was kind of awkward because... Oh my God. Well, yeah, but they had so many people in it, so that was kind of awkward. Because this person had that look and that one had this look and blah, blah, blah. Guess who they stuck me with my personality? I got the mother-in-law. Because I was the only one who could put up with her. all the other people were like, I can't do her hair. And I'm like, shut up, sit down.
Deal with it.
Yeah, she didn't bother me. And she's in a zebra stripe bustier and a black leather dress, and her hair had to be done, and her fingernails were blood red. And I'm like, who's getting the attention here?
Yeah.
Like, just sit down, darling, sit down. You know, drove her nuts. She loved it. I like him. He's such a good, you know. Where do you do that? She wasn't from here, you know. So. I'm like, oh God, right?
Funny.
Too funny. One of the other little girls, she was from beauty school, so it was her first little exercise in that stress level.
Yeah.
And she was almost in tears by the end of it all, because she was just like, God, just the stress of it all, because you don't want the day to go to shit. And of course, what is the one thing that they can't control the family, and they can't control the food, they're gonna bitch about the hair and makeup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I sat her down and I said, you need to realize that over the course of a career, which is going to be lifelong, if you stick it out, that clients are, when they're having stress with other people and they have no control over it, the number one thing they're going to bitch about is going to be their hair and makeup. And I said, and don't ever forget, we can wash this out when you're styling. Wash your face.
Yeah.
Oh! There's going to be no wedding without a bride, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to wait for you. I don't care if it's a month in advance. You know, we'll cancel it today. We're going to do it tomorrow. She's having a breakdown. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. So shut up. Watch your face. Start over. Go slow. But if you do the work beforehand.
So it might be easier just to have you do her.
Exactly. It really depends on what's going on. But planning beforehand is important.
Okay.
So it would be figure out what she wants, or have her start thinking about what she wants, because now you have 5 months to think about it.
Okay.
And it's better to do it now than last minute, on top of everything else you're planning. And then kind of sit down and do rehearsal. And then if she's decided that there's a look she wants the bridesmaids to have, what is that? You know, and then that way we can see everybody's hair and see what that's going to be.
Yeah. I like the idea of having you come out there. I think that would actually be...
Well, when you're doing something like that, that's better, because driving from here to there is going to be... That just takes time.
Yeah.
Most time I'll make people come in and get their hair done in the salon if there's time for that.
Yeah.
But if there isn't time for that...
Yeah.
And it's a Sunday...
I can actually see you...
Besides, oh my God, food and cake, I'm so going. Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you definitely?
Whatever.
Well, and I could see you definitely blowing the elephant out of the room.
Yeah. Well, I'm nicer now that I'm old, but I think it's unfortunate that people behave some of the ways they do at a wedding.
Definitely.
Yuck. You know, yucky.
Yep.
Why would you want to be an asshole and embarrass the bride? And it's always the family members. Of course, again, younger, there have been some bridezillas out there, honey. And then that's unnecessary. Like, give me a break. And then their moms are running block tackle for them. You know, Princess can do no wrong. And I'm like...
I just stand back and say, I'm not going to get in the middle of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the mom. I didn't, you deal with her.
Ignore a color tab.
And I think what's funny is sometimes, like the grooms, they're a mess. You know, they're also nervous and worried about it and trying to make everybody happy. And God, weddings are just ridiculous to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of hoping that Patty will, kind of play by the rules, so to speak. You're the mother-in-law.
It's not about you. It's about...
It's not. This is
about
Amanda's
the kids.
day.
Yeah.
And, be there with your son and help your son.
You gotta love our culture that we're gonna have a wedding and we're gonna sucker you brats into putting up with each other for the rest of your life because we say it's morally reprehensible if you don't. So you get 1 day for $25,000 to be the princess, and after that you're stuck raising the kid, doing the dishes, and paying the bills. Wow, marriage sounds great. I think gay people should do it too. You know? Hell no. What the hell's the matter with everybody?
Yeah.
All it does is make it way more expensive to leave. You know, when you're not married, is get your shit and get out.
Just go, yeah. Not a...
When you're married, it's like, God, really? Yeah, I had one of my clients, she worked in counseling for years, and she was so funny. She's like, marriage is a contract, and people need to read it.
You got that right.
I'm like, oh my God, isn't that true?
Susie was really lucky. Her boyfriend works for Chevron, and they considered them, they treat them, they get all the benefits of
Domestic partnership.
Domestic, except they won't pay her taxes while she's over there.
Right.
Because that is not recognized. The whole partnership thing is not recognized here.
Right.
If they lived in California, it would be.
Right.
So, but everything else, they're going for it. They put her on his insurance, his, you know, just everything.
Right.
So they were really lucky with that. He's, you know, I don't know how the hell she managed to find such a good guy.
Why people need to have a partner in the first place is baffling to me, but okay.
Yeah.
You're reading certain age and bitterness level on the meter there, and you're kind of like, ugh. Fuck that. I want my own space. People add to your life, don't get me wrong, but
No,
sometimes what they add to your life isn't necessarily beneficial.
Better, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think life should be the smooth, perfect thing, but God, when it comes to marriage, people have so many preconceived notions about it. And in years, it's been so funny to go to the divorce celebrations too.
Yeah. There you go.
Best damn thing I've ever done. Got divorced.
Yeah, that's always, I don't know. There's a few people that'll be there that are definitely on the different side.
Well, and I laugh because I watch people cuss and scream and holler that they can't get married or their type of marriage is treated like shit or whatever. And I don't think it's fair to say that you can and you can't. Who has that? You know, that's not a right to tell this group of people over that group of people.
Yeah, no.
That's bullshit.
No, yeah.
They're all human beings. Who gives a shit? And the gender of your marriage is ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah,
if two human people want to be married, you know, you sucker. I mean, good luck.
Yeah, you know,
Go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, I don't even care, you know, and the fact that other people care about that is really quite disgusting. You know, you've got whatever the reasoning behind it, that they justify their behavior. That's just...
Yeah, it's, and so what do you just sit around and think about what
other people are doing?
And
right.
That's why you have an issue with it? That's kind of sick there, buddy.
Right.
You know?
I've got too much shit to do in a day to be giving a shit, believe me. That was the one thing that the one gal says, so when they were interviewing us, what do you guys call yourselves? A family?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was really...
I mean, she was just kind of blown away. And, you know, what do you call yourselves? We call ourselves fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, that was... Oh, man, yeah. What do you call us? You know,
Yeah.
When you
Human beings, jackasses,
yeah,
I don't know.
What do you... Yeah,
obnoxious? I call myself
answers.
obnoxious. Yeah, I mean...
You know, some days...
Bitter, defensive.
Some days I'm a bitch,
Yeah.
some days
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Oh, I'm so thankful at 41 I still get my period, you know. I mean, it's got a few hormones left, you know, not all dry and barren, you know, but God, give me a break. I'm about to get my
how funny.
period right here in your office. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's, you know, who gives a shit?
Yep.
And nobody has to like it. That's the other thing is, like, I think that as human beings, as a herd, it's funny to kind of watch us digress a little bit, going backwards, because you can't get complacent. people get complacent about stuff and think
Oh
that
yeah.
it's always going to be a certain way. Honey, no.
Nope.
Lots of civilizations on this planet have come to an end.
Yeah.
We're not the only people that have ever been here. Arrogant bastards.
Yep. I know.
But in the meantime, you go ahead and tell people how to get married.
Yeah.
You could be spending all that energy curing cancer, but no, you're bitching
We'd
about
rather
marriage.
spend, some of these preachers that,
How much money have they spent on the
spend-
advertising
Exactly.
instead of feeding the homeless
Yeah.
or helping someone who's really sick?
Pray for somebody that needs it.
Right.
I don't see,
Right.
I mean,
Focus,
I could see praying for you once in a while, but definitely not for that. I see praying that you don't kill one of your kids because it just
Because they got an F? Yeah.
yeah. But I think that's.
Did you see that video of the guy that shot his daughter was a bitch on Facebook? And
oh
he shot
yes.
What did you think of that?
I think he was good. I mean, I would do something like that with my kids. You think
But-
you're tough? This is what's going to cost
Do you think it was appropriate to use the gun though?
Oh, that was a little. You could have just crushed it or
Right. So
sold
a
it or-
firearm.
yeah.
I took it away. A firearm. That was kind of intense.
That was a little intense, I think.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was a little
That's,
scary, right?
And
I think it's that Neanderthal lower chakra mentality of, I will intimidate you, and my firearm makes me bigger than everybody.
yeah.
And you can't really argue with a bullet.
And your mom said to be sure and give you one for her.
Right.
Well,
Right. That's my whole point of view. That's a form of abuse.
I would.
I would have smashed it with a hammer.
I
Or
would
thrown it off a bridge, thrown it in the
put
water.
it in Craigslist and said, "See this?" And
Even better, I would have cleaned the site. He works in IT, right? I mean, he says that. You know,
Yeah,
his dad
he said
works.
he worked in IT.
Right. So I would have stripped the computer all the way back down to nothing,
Yeah.
and then I would have given it. I would have forced her. I would so if he believes in that kind of mindset, maybe I'm gonna assume, which is really scary.
Yeah.
But maybe he's at a church or something, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he could have donated that to a family that had a child that would have totally appreciated that
Exactly.
computer.
Yeah.
Or needed it. Somebody going to school
Yeah.
that would have been more of a dig to her, because if it's a piece of shit and it's in the garbage, that doesn't piss a teenager off.
No.
At first they're going to be like, oh, shame on you, but after a while it's like, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
But knowing that somebody had your computer that you could have had, that's using it, right,
to
that
me-
pisses a teenager off more in the long run.
There's ways to get, revenge at your kids.
Well, and revenge is exactly what the word is. The kid got the best of you.
Yeah, he did.
You lowered
The kid did
yourself.
because you lowered yourself to make you were doing really good. You had everybody on your side up until the point when you shot the computer.
Right, and then there are people that
everybody's
are
like-
applauding that. And we got in an argument in the car over it last night. Because I said you cannot use a firearm for that level of intimidation. I said if you use I'm not saying take your firearm away, hell. But what I'm saying is you can't use it as an intimidation for your kids.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to take my shotgun out and put it on the counter. If you guys will fire, clean your room, I'm going to blow something up with my gun.
Yeah.
God damn it! And I told you so many times, blam, 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 blam. Oh, you're going to go to the nut house.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of.
We're a little past that. And all right, y'all. I'm gonna put y'all ass out there and shoot y'all if y'all don't clean up y'all's room. Wait, I can't even stop laughing. It's so stupid to me.
Oh, it is. It is.
I would have kept that computer right out front of her and used it and been like, "Well, look, I've got a brand new one. I love it."
Yeah.
And wait.
No.
You're an IT person, right? No more internet for you. Even if you took away the computer, you could lock down the internet to where the bitch could only get it at school or some other way. She couldn't do it at home. I pay for it at home.
You could have made it
Yeah.
a lot more painful
Right.
than just, and
Showing yourself
I
as...
pride myself on the uniqueness of the consequences to my kids' actions.
Exactly.
I mean, I've got a 7-year-old, Charity, she's on ADD meds.
Right.
She's been cheeking her meds. Cheeking her meds at 7 years old. And I'm like, what? And she denies it, but we keep finding her meds all over the place.
Right.
It's like they're in the toilet or they're on the floor in the bedroom.
Right.
So finally the doctor asked her, why does she not take her meds? Well, I don't like the taste of them. So he said, okay, well...
You can flavor them.
Well, they're pills.
Oh.
So then he says, okay, well, I said, I can't risk this. I've got little kids. I've got, my grandkids come over. I don't want them getting
grabbing a pill and eating it. Yeah.
And then you got, little Tasmanian devil on whatever. And so I said, this isn't good. What about liquid? He goes, oh yeah, well we could do that with her nighttime. We've got a liquid, and then the morning stuff, we'll just put her on this, and he said you can take the capsule and just dump it onto a teaspoon of, you can use applesauce, any kind of a mashed, potatoes, any
Right.
baby food, yogurt, anything like that.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. So
Right.
I went, and so we got the pills, and we got the liquid. Well, the liquid is just gross. She can't stand it. It's like she makes, and it's like I give it to her every night so she can't cheek it, and I make her stand right there for a few minutes to make sure it goes down.
Right.
And then in the morning, this is really bad. You know what I did? I got some baby food. Peas.
Ew. Those taste like crap.
Yeah. Well, why reward her with a tablespoon of applesauce every morning? And she's going to use it with the other kids. Oh, I get this every morning. You guys don't get any. And then she's going to think, oh, well, I can get away with things.
Right.
And if I don't like my pills, I just don't do it and don't take them. And
Right, there's got to be a way to get right. I mean, you have to reach them and show them that you have the gravy train at first, and now this is the hard way, and everybody's watching because you made it.